Hi guys, my name's MJ. Welcome to the tutorial channel. Alright, this time around I have these cars are brand new. I just got him a couple of days ago. Finally I got a bit of time to share with you guys. So this is a recent release from Era Car. They have been around for almost a year now, and they're of course definitely they have been focused more on utility vehicles, and so this is I think it's quite a good choice to make, because this one, no one else, as far as I know, no one else has made the HRV, the Honda Vezel. So this is really very interesting. The concept of Erica right now, as far as I know, it's similar to Tomica, where Tomica, the regular line of Tomica products, where they will have a first special edition color and then a regular version for the very same number. Alright, number 29, and then number 30 from Era is the white special edition car, and then the Taiwan Taxi regular. So how my understanding how Tomica works would be, I guess Era would be the same, is when the first edition version will be a single production run, and hence the production will be a little bit more, the production numbers will be a little bit more limited compared to the regular cars, which there is a high chance of it being reproduced if it's really that popular. Now, so without further ado, let's just go straight to it. Sorry, I'm still finding a good setup for my camera, and it's a little bit shaky right now. I think still the main focus is on the cars. So here it is. Usually it comes in a box like this, okay, in the plastic wrapper. This one is rather than the it's slightly different wrapped compared to the Tomicas, right? But still, one thing I don't quite agree with this kind of sealed cars is I always worry about the quality inside. If there's any defects or anything, we can't actually check, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But let's dive right into it. I've did a little bit of shortcut, so I've actually removed the plastics, okay, and I've already got it out like that, all right, from the box. Okay, so yeah, so I think this is pretty standard. You can check out more details of their previous releases on eramyth.com. So this is an official licensed product from Honda, designed in Hong Kong, and these are all made in China. Okay, so on the inside I've actually took the cars out already. So what you see here is the red, and it is really very interesting because they do make opening parts. Because if you ask me, this is within the range of Tomica Premium, Mini GT. I think it's thereabouts. It's not really Eno Tarmac kind of level, so I don't think I will compare that to them, but I'll compare it to Mini GT and maybe even Tomica Premium. Alright, so first thing, the closest comparison would be Mini GT, and the biggest difference is Era makes mostly with opening parts. So from here you can see there's opening bonnet and the opening doors. Alright, so that's the red, and then we'll take a closer look at it later. Okay, so now this is the Japan Taxi with the thing on top. I don't know what's it called. I take a quick glance at it, right? From what I see in there, it doesn't look like it's just being sticked on. It does look a bit like that is actually they actually made a hole, and then they actually install it in there. Okay, and then we'll move on to the next one, right? The Vezel white, okay, the HRV white. All right, so as far as I know, all these are actually based on the real thing. There is actually a white color, red, crystal red version as well, and of course the last but not least, the Taiwan Taxi. Okay, so these are all based on the real thing. We do have quite a lot of HRVs. We call it HRV in Malaysia. We do have quite a lot of these on the road, but I just didn't notice the wheels. I don't know if they're actually in this design, but it definitely looks really very nice because it rolls very nicely. We'll go through that later. Okay, but one other thing that I want to comment on Era is that, even though, because I always thought that I always think that when you have opening panels, right, one of the problem is the gaps on the car, on the die cuts itself. It's going to be very big. That's usually what we see on Tomica regular cars, where even here it usually will have a huge ass gap, but here you see I think it's quite minimal. So when it's that minimal, one of the challenges is to actually get it open. So yeah, you gotta have maybe a toothpick or a plastic ruler, thin ruler kind of thing to get it open, or like me, I have a little bit of fingernails so I can actually open it up. On the inside, there is some engine detailing. Yeah, I can see it there. Yep, there is an engine detailing, so that is actually very nice. You can see the details in front. Let me just show you with this closed. The headlamps, it's very nicely done. The Honda logo, it's slightly slanted, I think. Well, it looks quite alright. It's crisp, sharp kind of printing. I don't think it's decal. It looks like it's print on, so that's actually pretty sharp. That's very nicely done. The fog lamps underneath, okay. And then on the side, I always have a challenge trying to open this door, so I'll just push the side mirror. Because the side mirror is actually metal, die-cast part of the mold, so I tend to try to use that. If I can't, again, I will need to try to use my fingernails, and yeah, you see the struggle is real. Okay, and one thing I noticed about my previous era cars, right, it's when it's new, it's very hard to open, but when you keep opening and close it, it will get loose. Okay, it will become loose. So on the inside, there is some details to the steering wheels. Okay, I wonder you can see it. Let me just zoom it in. Okay, there you go. There is some details on the steering wheels, slight details on the dashboard, and slight details on the there is a gear lever in there. Okay, there's a gear lever in there. Yeah, somewhere. All right, and then at the back, the tail lights, really close to what it really is. That is actually very nice, very nicely executed. This is actually, at this price point, I think this is actually very close to the real deal. I am quite impressed. Yeah, it's just that I just a little bit disagree with the ride height. It is really very far from the fender. It does look like it sits very high up, but I guess that's what HRV is. You see that? Yeah, because this piece of mine, I've put it on display, and I've kind of showed a couple of my friends around me, and yeah, see when it's loose, it's so much easier to open. So I guess it's the same for the rest of the models. Okay, so on the passenger side, let it zoom a little bit more. There is some little detail in there. Okay, it's very dark, so yeah, you gotta get one to actually see it. But overall, I think this is actually very nicely executed from Era. Okay, so yeah, here it goes. It rolls very, very nicely. Okay, so that's the white, and then the crystal red. So the white and the crystal red is actually the most popular ones right now. Yeah, these ones are actually going a bit like hotcakes at the moment. I think part of it is no one has done HRV before, and there is actually quite a lot of HRV on the road. Okay, so this red is actually very nice. Okay, it's called crystal red. It's metallic red, and yeah. Okay, underneath there is some slight details as well. That's the muffler that is done in silver. That's a very that's nice, compared to quite a few other companies where they just leave it blank at this price range. Okay, so it's Era, made in China, Vezel, Honda Vezel, Hong Kong design. Okay, so yeah, with Era car, you can see a Hong Kong design all over the place. Yeah, so Era is basically a Hong Kong company. All right, so again, this is the Taiwan version. I don't think there's any other details difference on the inside. You see, I'm having the challenge of opening it up again. Yep, and okay, I don't think this is supposed to happen. Yep, it's not here, so yeah, I don't think this is supposed to happen. So that's one of the issue where when it's a sealed box, and when we can't see the car, we can't inspect them. It's a bit of a challenge. Yeah, I've been trying to open this up. See, it's really that tight, but yeah, I know I can open the front. I don't think there's any difference on the interior. From from the outside, it doesn't look like there's any difference. Okay, so all these has the Taiwan Taxi and the Japanese Taxi has the number plates detailing. That's very nice. That's actually very nice. All right, cool. Okay, so as usual, I will be taking close-up photos of these guys and putting them on my Instagram. Remember to follow me there, vertitoys.mj. Okay, remember to hit the subscribe button and also the bell, alright, so that you don't miss on any of my awesome diecast videos. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye.